Welcome to Transmissions Alt Mode, where we talk all news, comics, and media related to the Transformers. On this episode, there's some classic Transformers comics getting new life in Japan, the Transformers Tactical Arena mobile game goes free to play, and more Rise of the Beast promos signal its arrival at the box office. Today is Friday, June 9th, 2023. This is episode 341, Transmissions Alt Mode.
Welcome to Transmissions Alt Mode, the podcast that hasn't seen Rise of the Beast as we record this, but we have seen it as you hear it. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going? How was that movie? I mean, come on, that was a movie.
And Scott, the illustrious Dr. Pants.
Hello, everyone. Let's talk Transformers.
Somewhere Daryl cries a little bit.
He chose not to be here. It's his fault.
Yeah.
Putting his job before this. How dare he?
I know. I mean, our payment of nothing every week, that should count for something.
The real payment were the friends we made along the way.
As always, we start the show by thanking our Donatrons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. We really appreciate your contributions. It helps keep the show going, and that's why we come back every week. If you would like to become a Donatron, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. That's where you can sign up. Got lots of perks. We get bonus content, some merchandise, get entered in every contest automatically. Lots of good stuff. Really should consider it. And speaking of bonus content, why don't you check out all our episodes of We Like Big Bots? That's directly on our Patreon page. You can access all 10 episodes right there, featuring Daryl and Dr. Pants all the way at the bottom there. Now we've got Dr. Pants back in the studio, so hopefully we can get some more episodes of Big Bots out in a little while. So coming soon.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired of talking about big bots. Maybe I just don't want to do it anymore. Maybe I've gotten rid of all the big bots in lieu of tiny ones. No. There'll be more. We've got lots to talk about.
You were scaring me for a second there.
Sorry. I'm very convincing, and I like to lie. But I like big bots, and I cannot lie about that.
All right, we will be looking forward to that. Next up, this week we had our next episode of Empire of Rust. So this was the regular version of episode 102 out on our free feed at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. Episode 102. We built this city. We built this city on nuts and bolts. Built this city. We built this city with nuts and bolts. I think that's the last time I can do that for this episode. I know people are celebrating.
I loved it. Good job, Charles.
You haven't had to hear it multiple weeks in a row.
It's only been 2.
Multiple shows each week.
Yes, our Transformers Live Play RPG podcast. Check it out. They just had a big battle in episode 100 for our milestone 100. That was in 2 parts. So I still think episode 1 to 2 might need to be numbered 103 in parentheses. Legacy numbering. I don't know. But the story continues on. Our heroes are on a collision course with Starscream as being set up as the next big villain they have to take out. So we'll see where that goes. I wonder, will they actually have a confrontation with Starscream? Like, will we actually have a Transformers RPG battle with Starscream as the big bad? We'll see. Keep listening and find out. And the next thing, we want to let you know that we are doing a special live stream all about Transformers Rise of the Beast. So the movie's out today. Did you get your ticket? Are you going to see it? Check it out.
I saw it on
Well, right
Wednesday.
Great. So after you see the movie, just in a couple of weeks, we're going to do a live stream. So on June 19th, Monday, June 19th, 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do a live stream talking all about Transformers Rise of the Beast. It'll be all spoilers because we hope that gives you enough time to go see the movie. But then come join us for the live stream. We're going to have listeners call in and give us their thoughts on what they thought of the movie. We'll have our review up pretty quickly after the movie comes up, but we want to open up the floor to everyone else, all the listeners. Let's have a discussion. What did you like? What did you not like about the movie? Was it a worthy successor legacy to the Transformers movie franchise? Did it raise the bar? I'm hoping it will. We'll have to see. So yeah, let us know what you think. So stay tuned for more details, but just mark your calendars, June 19th, 9 p.m. ET. It's on our YouTube channel already, so you can set a reminder and all that stuff. So we're looking forward to it. All right, and last thing before we go into the alt mode news is our Toyhax code for June. So we have a new code for Toyhax.com. If you want to get some stickers, labels for your Transformers toys, save 15% at Toyhax.com with our code REWIND. So just the word REWIND. This will work all throughout the month of June. And you can use this with any order at Toyhax.com. So this will save you 15% off your entire order. Cannot be combined with other promotions, but can be used with your Robo Points. So enjoy that code. Okay, now let's get into our alt mode discussion. And we're starting off with some comics news. I was surprised. I was as shocked as you were. Although
it's not the comics news we were looking for, though.
It's not. It's not. Move along.
Fast.
Yeah. So this is the Hero X series. This is a series of Transformers comics volumes being released in Japan. So these are the classic Marvel comics, the classic Marvel Transformers comics being reprinted in Japan, I assume with Japanese text. So probably translated for the first time into Japanese. So we've already had 4 volumes, and this is volume 5. I'm not sure how many issues are in the volume, but I think it must be like maybe 5 or so, because looks like they're up to around the issues where they introduce the combiners, and then I see on the cover we've got Ethan Zachary, so that's issue 24, which was the one with Optimus Prime and Megatron.
Each volume has 4 issues.
Oh, 4 issues. Okay, well then they might be, so then they should be getting well, they if it has 4 issues, it should only go up to issue 20, which would mean these are not this cover does not represent the issues that are in there. So I don't know, but I assume that it's going to be the issues with the combiners and with the ones where Megatron and Optimus Prime fought in the video game. So we'll have to double check that. But anyway, the cover is awesome. That's artwork by Andrew Griffith, a friend of the show, Andrew Griffith, and colors by Kazumasa Yazukuni. A very cool image there. You can see Bruticus and Defensor in the background with Optimus and Megatron in the foreground. And then, as I said, Ethan Zachary there. So looks really cool. And yeah, so if you are interested in getting these classic Marvel comics in Japanese language, check out Hero X. So very cool. Still waiting on any news for the current Transformers comics license. Hopefully we'll hear something about that. Maybe at San Diego Comic-Con this year. Come on.
Fingers crossed.
Jeremy's got his fingers crossed, like all of us. So we'll see.
I mean, we could always reread the old ones. We might be able to go through them all.
We could do that. I mean,
or the manga. Have we reviewed the manga on here? I bet we could do that.
We have not. You know, that's definitely an opportunity. So I have all 3 volumes. I think Daryl does.
Volume 1.
Okay.
I have all 3 too.
Okay. We'll put a pin in that. We'll see about that.
It's something at least. I'm getting the shakes.
All right. Well, that's all our comics news. Let's jump right into some media news. All right. So starting off, we're going to start off with all our non-Rise of the Beast news because there's a lot less of that this week and for the last few weeks. So we start off, we've got new storyboard, our storyboards uploaded to the Transformers or the Sunbow Marvel archive, which has archives of all the material from all the Sunbow shows from the 80s. That includes Transformers G.I. Joe, Gem, Visionaries, a bunch of other shows there. There were a lot of Sunbow shows in the mid 80s there. But we've got storyboards for the classic G1 Season 3 episode Webworld. So you can take a look at that here. Of course, Webworld was a very interesting episode because it was completely focused on Galvatron and the Decepticons. So it was not the Autobots were barely in this episode. It was all about Cyclonus trying to cure Galvatron of his mental illness so that he could be a better leader of the Decepticons. And they take him to a planet that is like basically a psychiatric planet that is to get him treated for his psychosis. Of course, at the end, they realize the planet decides the best way to treat Galvatron's psychosis is to erase his mind completely. And that doesn't go so well for the Webworld folks. I really enjoyed that episode. It was interesting, especially because the protagonists were Galvatron and Cyclonus and not the Autobots. So it was a really interesting episode. It had a lot of weird aliens. It also had a weird message about mental illness and psychiatry. I don't know if the writers had some that were secretly Scientologists or something. They were against psychiatry or something. I don't know. But it was a fun episode. And so now, yeah, you can take a look at the storyboards. Maybe there's some clues in the storyboards about how they were building this episode. So take a look at that. Next up, we've got some news about the Transformers Tactical Arena game. So we played this game a few years ago when it was released on Apple Arcade. We did a review of that. I think we did some live games. Oh, here we are playing the game. Yeah, it was on the 3 of us. Yeah. Yep. Deja vu. So you can check out our thoughts on the game. At the time, it was a pretty good game. I was, I enjoyed playing it. We did a few battles. It was good for both. I think it's all PvP games. Like you're playing real players online. So usually, you play random people, but you can do matches with your friends, and we did that. That's what we did with on the video. So it was fun. And now the game is going from Apple Arcade to free to play. So now you don't have to have an Apple Arcade or I guess a Google Play subscription to play the game.
I think it's still iOS or Apple only.
Oh, it is? Okay. Then you do need you do need an iOS device.
or a Mac.
Okay.
You can play it on Apple TV, Mac, iPad, or iPhone.
Okay. Yeah, so now it is going free to play. So you do not need an Apple Arcade subscription to play it anymore. but I think that means there's going to be microtransactions and ads. So I don't know. I've not checked. I've not played this game in a little while, so I don't know the latest. But it looks like they have added a lot more characters, a lot more like units, and
some Beast Wars characters.
Yeah,
I mean, Destructicons. I see.
Yep. So it's always a hitter. Like the mobile experience is very I'll just say like Vegas casino-y when you get into the microtransactions and ads there.
It can be. It all depends on how they're implemented. Like some of them are really just out to get your money. Some of them actually provide a really cool gaming experience where it doesn't feel as bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's all a point by point basis. Like you just gotta check it out and see how it is. But it's Transformers. Try it out. What's the harm?
I mean, my wife is playing Diablo Immortal, and she hasn't put a penny into it, and she enjoys it. You can do a lot without paying.
Wow.
Oh. Hopefully.
Yeah. So I will say don't spend any money on the microtransactions. I'll just say that. But I mean, it's this is a rant for another day. But I think these games do kind of rely on like basically psychologically exploiting the people who have gambling addiction personalities. So
another Nostradamus crossover episode?
Maybe.
If
you want to talk about the evils of microtransactions.
We've done multiple episodes on mobile gaming. I'm sure we can squeeze out another one about how it's evil.
All right. Okay, and I think this is our last bit of non Rise of the Beast news. Looks like Transformers EarthSpark is coming to Netflix. Yay! Oh, wait. It's in the UK.
Oh.
So yes, I mean EarthSpark, it's a Paramount Plus show, so I mean I wouldn't expect Paramount Plus to just like tell Netflix, "Hey, here's our latest show. Put it on. We'll give it to you for no." I mean, even licensing, it's kind of like, yeah, here's your let's give our competitors this new product. I mean, there's another rant for streaming services about streaming services are kind of screwing over the customers now with removing content randomly, but that's also another rant for another day. But if you're in the UK, I guess positive news. If you have Netflix, this will be Transformers EarthSpark will be coming to Netflix at the end of June. So if you don't need any other streaming service to catch your Transformers show. So I think that's everything out of the way. Let's jump in. Rise of the Beasts, ahoy! Lots of stuff. Dr. Pants, what do you got for us?
A whole lot of promotional stuff going on for Rise of the Beast because it's this is a summer blockbuster. We got to promote it with everything. And first up, we got a Snapchat filter. This Snapchat filter is an AR lens, which is going to allow you to, record your car and have it transform into a full-size robot on your screen. Only on your screen. Your car will not actually become a transformer, which I'm really disappointed about, but still a cool thing. If you got Snapchat, give it a shot. I mean, it's for fun.
Snapchat can't turn my car into a transformer?
No, it can't. Unfortunately, if it did, I would actually download the app. But so ain't gonna happen.
No, there it goes. There's that filter.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I mean,
it matches the color and the body type, and they have a set number of designs in there.
Yeah.
I'd like to see someone try like a really classic car and see what it does.
That would be interesting. Or something with a weird color scheme too.
Yeah.
To see how it works.
Or one with a lot of bumper stickers and see what that does.
Yeah. Next up, we got Rise of the Beast Oreos, but they're only in Peru right now. There's been reported 12 packs that have Autobot, Decepticon, Maximal, and Terracon symbols on them. But now there's 6-packs that each have bags featuring Cheetor, Bumblebee, Optimus Primal, Rhinox. There's 6 cookie single bags. Right now, again, these are only in Peru right now, but I mean, hey, snack promotional crossover. It's going to happen with the movie, and Oreo is America's favorite cookie, isn't that their slogan? So maybe they'll make it to America. I'd eat some Transformer Oreos. I just eat Oreos, but if they got Transformers on them, that's a double score.
Double stuff.
Oh. I missed it, and I love double stuffed Oreos. They're the best ones. Anyway, next collaboration is Transformers: Rise of the Beasts and Roblox. For anybody familiar or not familiar, Roblox is like an online game platform with all kinds of different games on it. This is specifically with the limited weapon fighting simulator game that's on there. So I'm trying to, you can unlock Transformers inspired weapons through there. There is, of course, other references to them in there. I am not familiar with Roblox. I have students who play it, and that's all I got. But apparently we've got the characters in there and everything, and they look really good considering Roblox looks like garbage most of the time. But I mean, this is another cool crossover. They're really going whole hog into this. What's our next one? Oh, the official MTA Instagram account has just announced their new Transformers Rise of the Beast Metrocard. So if you're picking up a Metrocard, it's at the full service vending machines at 34th Street, Penn Station, Grand Central, 42nd Street, Times Square, 42nd Street, while supplies last. But there you go. You can get a Metrocard that celebrates Rise of the Beast. This is a weird one. That's a weird crossover, but it's easy. You just got to print it on there. Next up, Rise of the Beast and Rollover Hot Dogs UK promotional campaign. Oh my God. I should have looked at these beforehand. This is fun. But this is for, of course, UK, and it is a win a trip to New York City. So any UK fans, you just have to follow the Rollover Hot Dogs Instagram and register online at a link provided. It'll be in the show notes. And you can win a trip for 2 to New York City. It includes a Jeep tour of the city, a sailing experience in the Bay, an American Classics lunch, and tickets to a monster truck show.
Everything America right there.
I mean, I want to know what the American Classics lunch is, but I'm going to take a shot and say it's probably like going to a diner and getting a burger. There's a lot of diner places in New York City.
Hot dogs?
I mean, probably. I don't know.
I mean, we don't have their brand of hot dogs.
No, we don't. I'm just going to keep going. It's just going to get better and better. Nickelodeon's Transformers Rise of the Beast collaboration with the Monster High cast in a drone race competition. So the official Nickelodeon YouTube channel is uploaded. It's a Rise of the Beast, and it's a crossover with the Monster High cast, and it's a drone race competition video. Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback, and hosts Naya Damason and Mia Harris from the upcoming movie Monster High 2. They compete in a circuit inspired by scenes from Rise of the Beast. So they're competing in a drone race, and it's Rise of the Beast themed. So there's no actual Rise of the Beast people in this, but that's still kind of cool.
You got 2 actors.
Yeah, Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback.
They're the humans from the movie.
Oh, okay. I read that. I misunderstood that then, and I'm terrible with names. So there we go. Okay, so there was a crossover. Still cool. Still fun. Next up, Rise of the Beast and Regal Theaters promotion, digital collectible ticket, and a trip to Brooklyn, New York. So they are holding a new promotional campaign. This is Regal Theaters. The official Regal Instagram announced that when buying tickets with Regal's app, customers will receive a digital collectible ticket featuring exclusive artwork of the Maximals. And we can kind of see, a picture here with Optimus Primal there. And then Regal's website has been updated with a Regal Crown Club Transformers Rise of the Beast trip to New York sweepstakes. 1 winner, 2 adults and 2 children under 16. So 4 winners, but okay. Will be awarded as follows. They get a round trip flight from the winner's nearest major U.S. airport to New York, a 2-night luxury hotel accommodation in New York City, Brooklyn hip hop tour, zoo admission, and zipline adventure. So this includes a 1-day admission to the zoo and 2 zipline adventure admission tickets to immersive observation deck also. So like we're getting a lot of trips out of this. This
seems better than the hot dog trip.
I guess.
The sailing seems good. But
yeah.
What I think is interesting here is they use the text transformable instead of convertible.
Oh. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Also weird there's just the Maximals. Nobody else.
Well, you get the zoo trip.
Oh, I guess it makes sense.
Tie it in there.
I guess it makes sense. But cool. Yeah, I mean, it does seem like a better trip, but you're not getting an American classics cuisine.
Yeah.
So, but zipline. Next, an official Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Primal head and minifigure free 3D print files. So, the official Paramount Pictures printable account has shared 2 official 3D print files. One of them is for a miniature Optimus Primal head. It's his Beast Mode head. And then there is an Optimus Primal figure that you can print out that's got a little bit of articulation to it. Mostly it's just kind of like a dangle figure. But, I mean, that's still cool that they're official and they're free. And then there is a video here where they print out a metal version of the Optimus Primal head that looks really cool. And you can see the little full robot Primal. And that's fun. I mean, there's a lot of people out there with 3D printers nowadays. They could do some fun stuff with them. It's nice to see companies kind of being forward about this and just being like, here you go. Print this stuff out.
Ask my son to print it out on his printer.
There you go. Yeah, give it a shot. I mean, it's cool. The detail is amazing.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you can order like from companies like Shapeways that'll let you like print existing models and stuff. Wonder if you can upload these files and print them because they can do metal too.
Maybe something to look into. But that's a cool kind of interesting promotion. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Make your own merchandise. And speaking of merchandise, our next one is, of course, the Cinemark Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime light up popcorn bucket. You can pre-order this on Cinemark's website. It is $24.99, and I have it here. I have one. I showed this off in trips to the store on Wednesday. I bought this at a Cinemark, and it's pretty cool. You can see about how big it is, and you can just scalp him for your popcorn, and he does in fact light up. And the best part, he came with batteries installed, so didn't have to put it in. But you can pre-order it, $25. It apparently holds 85 ounces of popcorn. Why can't they just say a small, medium, or large? Now, I will say, this actually did, when I bought this at the theater, it did come with a medium popcorn. So,
my question is, how do you clean that thing if you're going to put popcorn in it? Is it easy to clean?
No. There's a lot of nooks and crannies in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice. The LED spot is completely sealed off, and like there's a nice like shield in there. But otherwise, like, no, you're gonna put popcorn in this, and it's gonna be greasy. And I can't imagine it is dishwasher safe.
You're gonna want to put the popcorn like in a bag or something inside of there.
Yeah, I imagine if you got like a small popcorn, you could kind of just like slide the bag in.
Yeah,
but
as someone that does not have a Cinemark in my area, I ordered this online, and I will have it at some point.
If you definitely want one, I'd recommend pre-ordering one because they've already been selling them, and I can't imagine they have a giant amount of them in stock. So it might be for the best.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Rise of the Beast international posters. We've got those released to see what they look like, and these are really, really cool, featuring the 3 major faction symbols from the movie. You got an Autobots one, a Maximal one, and a Terracon one, featuring the main characters from each faction. The artwork on these is really, really cool. I really, really like these. And this was just the Hollywood handle on Twitter just put these out. So really, really cool to see that kind of stuff. I love seeing international posters. And then the Transformers Rise of the Beast, Optimus Prime, and Bumblebee vehicles are at the Universal Studios this week. So if you're out there, you can actually go. They're on the city walk. This actually means there's no need for entry. You can just pop over there at some point and check them out in person. They're just free to look at. And it is the vehicle modes of Bumblebee and Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beast. That's pretty cool, especially that they're not charging any kind of admission to see these. You can just walk up and see them.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Very cool. And if you'd rather see them in robot mode, well, there are some Transformers Rise of the Beast statues in New York City. So the world tour for the giant replica statues of Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, and Mirage is sometimes there. This is coming to an end, and they're going to put them in New York City for the last leg of the trip. It's going to be in Times Square. They're up there right now as we're recording this, so they're definitely up there now while you go. But, I mean, we've seen pictures of these circling around, but now they're in New York City. So if you're in the area, you can go to Times Square and check them out. The statues look really, really cool. I'd love to see the Optimus Prime one. I wish the Primal was in robot mode, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine. But still, very, very cool. So if you're in New York City, go give it a look. But they're, again, as I said before we started this, they're really pushing Rise of the Beast with all this promotional stuff. So hopefully it pays off and it's a good movie. And I don't die inside. Here's hoping.
Okay. All we need is a little bit of hope, a lot of luck. All right, moving on. The battle in Brooklyn happened on June 3rd, and we have some pictures here. This is the mural that was on one of the buildings, and actually I have a picture here of the mural with the artist, who's a Japanese street artist, Dragon 76, and he has, it's described as a 90s graffiti style, and he was on hand to sign the mural. And then they also had a food truck. So it's pretty cool seeing all the stuff they had there. I have a picture here of, this is some pictures that Hasbro PR sent with like a fan here with a Roboson Optimus Prime. And we mentioned on the toy show, the Amazon exclusives. We have some images here of those. But I think that's a pretty fun event. I'm happy that they did that. I'm hoping that we see more things like that to promote the brand. Next up, we have some TV spots that we're not going to get into really. And I'm not sure. Let's see, this image here is in all the trailers. I'm just going to have that image. But all the TV spots are giving away more and more stuff. Being that the movie is now officially out, we want to make sure not to spoil it any more than it's been spoiled. So be wary when you're watching actual TV, if you still do that. But go see the movie. And then we have a bunch of behind the scenes and featurettes. We'll have a bunch of them linked. A lot of these are not really spoilery, but be wary when you do go and watch them.
Optimus Prime turns into a truck?
What?
Who knew? Right, but the big thing is the Porsche transforms into Mirage. Spoiler.
Madness.
Yeah. All right. And next we have the Rise of the Beast. It's officially got a rating now. I thought that happens earlier in the process, but it apparently happens a week before the movie releases. It is rated PG-13, classified that for intense sequences of sci-fi action and violence and language. And in the UK, it is 12A for moderate action, violent, threat, and language. So It might be more intense in the US. I don't know. But the runtime is 126. Excuse me. The runtime is 126 minutes and 57 seconds. So just over 2 hours. Not too bad.
Not 2.5 hours like some of the Bay monstrosities.
Right. So next up, we have the official music video for the On My Soul track, which is, I guess the main track from the soundtrack. It's what they've already released. We talked about that a while back. This music video actually has Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, RC, and Mirage vehicles there, and you see the Toby Wigway and other guests on the track. So I think Nas and some other people are on there. So check that out. The next music thing we have here is the score is coming out on June 9th, and that is today. So the score is out. I would recommend probably watching the movie first, because the track lists and movie scores typically are named things that give away parts of the movie. I'm looking at you, Star Wars. But we do have a sample track that has been released. It's on Spotify only. We'll have it linked here in the show notes, but it is just titled The Maximals, which doesn't give away anything that we are not already expecting. And I'm going to play a little bit of it. I'm not sure how much.
We're the Maximals.
Yeah, right. I'm not sure how much I can play without getting content ID, but we'll play a little bit. All right. So I think that's probably as much as we can get away with, but I think it fits in well with the other soundtracks for the other live action movies. You can tell this particular track had some more jungly themes to it, but it got lots of brass, lots of strings. And if you listen to the whole track, it's really good. I'm really excited to hear the rest of the soundtrack. So what do you guys think of that?
Yeah, that little snippet, it definitely sound like I can imagine like this being the introductory scene of the Maximals, like these giant animals come into the screen and are like I always think of the scene from the trailer where you see Optimus Primal beating his chest like a giant gorilla and everyone being like, whoa. Mm-hmm. And then I see the Air Razor swooping in behind him and Cheetor and Rhinox barreling into the scene. It sounds suitably epic, I would say.
Yeah.
It definitely does fit in with the rest of like what we've gotten with the Bay movies, because say what you will about those movies, the soundtracks have always been pretty awesome, especially with a lot of music like that. And I like this particular track because from what we've seen, there's a little bit of hostility with the Maximals at first, but then they reveal we're not the enemy. And the song kind of like the track kind of goes along with that, where the opening's kind of tense and whatnot, but then you get that heroic sounding music that starts up behind it. And it's really, really cool. I like it.
Yeah. And if you want to hear more about what went into this, check out our interview with Jonique Bonton. We put that out a couple weeks ago, and we will put another link in our show notes to that so you can check it out. And I think that is it. The next thing we have to say about it will be our review.
Wow. It's finally here.
Feels like it's been forever.
It's been through the pandemic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when did Bumblebee come out?
Christmas 2018. So it's been,
oh my God,
4.5 years since the last Transformers movie.
Wow.
Nice long break. Nice long hiatus.
Well, it was supposed to come out, over a year ago, I think, originally?
Yeah.
So
Almost as long as your hiatus, Dr. Pants.
Yeah, but I mean, what were they doing? What'd you guys tell them I was doing? I was underwater?
yeah.
You were lost at sea.
I was lost at sea, yeah. It was a scuba incident, a scuba accident. It's all right. I befriended a nice stingray, got back out.
All right. Well, that's all our media news for this week, and that'll take us to the end of this episode of Transmissions Alt Mode. Go see Rise of the Beasts in theaters right now. It's there for you. Check it out. Let us know what you think. And we think very highly of our Masterpiece Donatrons, because those are the folks who continue to support us at our highest level on Patreon. And we give them a shout out in every episode because we just think they're so awesome. So thank you again to John Forex Lemongood and Demon Tech 82. You guys rock. You're awesome. We really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to Dr. Pants, who finally found a way to get back to us and come back on the show. We really appreciate you coming in, stepping in. Of course, Daryl had other obligations this week, so it was great to have you here. You got to say the line. I hope you appreciated that. So
I always appreciate that. I always appreciate that.
But yeah, why don't you tell, I think I forgot to ask you this on the toy show, but tell everyone where they can find your stuff online.
Listen, hopefully listeners know by now where to find me, because I think I've said it quite a few times, but thanks for having me as always. I'm glad to be back here, and I hope I can keep coming back. My scenery has changed, but I'll be back to my normal digs at some point. But anyway, you can find me and my Nerdstradamus crew at Nerdstradamus on YouTube, on Instagram. Our main outlet is YouTube, but we are everywhere else. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere. We have a tree that is Nerdstradamus, and you can find all our links there. We're also on Spotify. We have music. Did you guys know that we have music? So you can check out some of our songs. I do love robots. And we actually did. I wasn't on the show then, but we did put out a new robot track called Robot Redemption. And I got to rap in that one. So that was a good time. That was a good time. But yeah, so please check us out. We stream. We do fun videos. Just, give us a follow. Check it out.
All right. We will. Okay. Thanks, everyone, for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.